Have you ever received 10 compliments, but spent the entire day thinking about one criticism? Or finished a successful project, only to replay one small mistake over and over? It feels unfair. Your mind ignores the good and clings to the bad. If you've ever wondered why negative thoughts seem louder, heavier, and impossible to ignore, you're not imagining it. Your brain is actually wired to notice danger before comfort. And understanding why may completely change the way you think. Imagine walking through a forest thousands of years ago. Ignoring a beautiful flower carried no consequences. Ignoring a hungry predator could end your life. Your ancestors survived because their brains paid more attention to threats than pleasant experiences. That survival system still exists inside you today. Psychologists call this the negativity bias. Negative experiences demand more attention than positive ones. One embarrassing moment can outweigh an entire day filled with success. Not because you're weak, but because your brain believes negative information could protect you in the future. Think about the last compliment someone gave you. Can you remember every word? Now think about the last insult. Chances are, it feels much clearer.
Negative memories often receive stronger emotional storage, making them easier to recall long after positive moments fade. Then something interesting happens. The outside criticism disappears, but your own mind keeps repeating it. Your inner voice begins asking painful questions. What if they're right? What if I fail again? And suddenly, your own thoughts become louder than reality. Negative thoughts rarely stay alone. One worry creates another, then another. Before long, your mind builds an entire story from a single event. A small mistake becomes, I'm terrible. I'll never improve. Everyone is judging me. The thought grows far beyond reality. Once your brain believes something negative, it begins searching for proof. If you think you're not good enough, you'll notice every mistake. You'll overlook every success. Your mind starts collecting evidence for a belief that may not even be true. Today's world makes negativity even stronger. You scroll through hundreds of perfect photos, perfect vacations, perfect careers, perfect relationships. Your brain compares your behind-the-scenes life to everyone else's highlight reel, and comparison feeds negative thinking. Stress changes how your brain processes information. When you're exhausted, overworked, or overwhelmed, negative thoughts become louder. Your mental alarm system becomes overly sensitive. Even harmless situations begin to feel threatening. Here's the important part. Your brain may naturally notice the negative, but it is not trapped there forever. Just as your mind learned these patterns, it can also learn new ones. The next step is understanding how to retrain your attention, so positive experiences become stronger and negative thoughts lose their grip. The first step is surprisingly simple. Stop treating every thought as a fact. Your brain produces thousands of thoughts every day. Not all of them are true. Some are based on fear. Some are based on old experiences. Some are simply habits. Learning to pause before believing a negative thought creates space between you and your emotions. Instead of asking, "What is wrong with me?" ask, "What evidence supports this thought? What evidence challenges it?" This small shift activates logical thinking instead of emotional reacting. Often, you'll discover that your worst fears are built on assumptions, not facts. Your brain naturally scans for danger, so sometimes you must intentionally scan for good. At the end of each day, remember 3 positive moments. They don't have to be extraordinary. A kind conversation, a completed task, a peaceful walk. Small positives, repeated consistently, begin to strengthen new mental pathways. Attention works like a muscle. Whatever you repeatedly focus on becomes stronger. Feed your attention fear, fear grows. Feed it gratitude, gratitude grows. The direction of your focus shapes the direction of your thinking. Negative thinking often tries to predict tomorrow. What if I fail? What if they reject me? What if everything goes wrong? But the future exists only in imagination. Most of the disasters we fear never actually happen. Living in imagined problems creates real anxiety. When negative thoughts become overwhelming, don't argue with them immediately. Slow your breathing. Relax your shoulders. Give your nervous system a chance to settle. A calm brain makes clearer decisions than a frightened one. Negative thoughts love inactivity. The longer you wait, the louder they become. Action interrupts the cycle. Send the email. Take the walk. Finish one small task. Progress weakens fear because action gives your brain new evidence. Think about how you speak to yourself. Would you use those same words with a close friend? Probably not. Yet many people become their own harshest critics. Lower your standards. It gives you the strength to keep improving. The brain is constantly adapting. Every repeated thought strengthens a pathway. Every repeated habit changes your mind a little. This ability is called neuroplasticity. It means your current thinking patterns are not permanent. With repetition, your brain can learn healthier ways to respond. Changing your thinking doesn't happen overnight. There will still be difficult days. Negative thoughts will still appear. The difference is, you'll recognize them sooner, question them more wisely, and refuse to let them control your life. That is real mental strength. One of the most powerful realizations you can have is this: you are not your thoughts. Thoughts come and go. Some are helpful, some are misleading, some are completely untrue. Just because your mind says something does not mean you must believe it. You always have the choice to observe a thought without becoming controlled by it. Imagine reading one chapter of a book and deciding you already know the ending. That sounds unreasonable. Yet many people do exactly that with their much larger story. Your current chapter does not define your entire life. Many negative thoughts begin with impossible expectations. I have to be perfect. I can't make mistakes. But perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Every small improvement moves you forward. Small steps repeated consistently create extraordinary change over time. Your surroundings influence your thinking. Negative conversations, constant complaints, endless bad news, these shape your mindset more than you realize. Protecting your environment is protecting your mind. Spend more time with people and in environments that encourage growth. Gratitude is not pretending problems don't exist. It's training your brain to notice what is still good. The more often you recognize positive moments, the easier your brain becomes at finding them. Attention follows practice. Every repeated sentence becomes familiar. Every familiar sentence begins to feel true. If you constantly repeat, "I'm not good enough," your brain accepts it. Instead, choose words that encourage growth. I am learning. I am improving. I can keep going. Transformation rarely happens in one dramatic moment. It happens quietly. One healthy decision today, another tomorrow, and another the day after. small habits become powerful routines. Powerful routines become lasting change. Even after making progress, negative thoughts will still visit. That is normal. The goal isn't to eliminate every negative thought. The goal is to stop letting those thoughts control your actions. You become stronger each time you choose your response instead of reacting automatically. Every time you question a negative belief, every time you choose gratitude, every time you take action despite fear, you are teaching your brain something new. Slowly, quietly, your mind begins working with you instead of against.
Negative thoughts feel stronger because your brain was designed to protect you. But protection is not the same as truth. The greatest strength is not having only positive thoughts. It is learning which thoughts deserve your attention. The next time your mind tells you that you are not enough, pause. Question the thought. Remember how far you've already come. Because your future is not decided by one negative thought. It is shaped by the choices you make every single day. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another psychology video designed to help you understand your mind and improve your life. Thank you for watching.